Try to get a few minutes with somebody that was doing what I wanted to do and ask them a few questions about what they were doing differently and how could I advance and get to the next level. So I began recording, which it sounds fun, and I'm sure everybody's seen it in the movies, and you're recording tracks and creating music, but what you end up with is called an intellectual property. And the way I view it is just like real estate, but in my mind. And one song can be worth 4 million times as much as a house can be, because it can keep on going. It's an idea. So I was just baffled at this phenomenon of I can have an idea or a thought, and then I can apply what I know about music to it and create an intellectual property. That a movie could call me and say, we want your song on our soundtrack, and we're going to give you this many dollars up front and pay you this % every year. And so you can plant, it's like planting seeds. You make one and then you put it out there. And then you hope that it does well, but really I found that just putting a bunch of them out there was the real key to getting any kind of musical success. So yeah, in the beginning I was writing songs to express what I felt inside, and that did really well. I found that a lot of people could identify with the same things I was feeling and thinking. And so I went on this journey of just trying to make music in any manner, in any way, and then how do I make that equal dollars, or how do I make enough money to just continue to do it out of fun or passion because I get some joy out of it. That was what I was ultimately getting from the music. That's what I get from it today. That's not where all my finances come from, but I get the joy from it. I play at the church because there's joy in it for me. It allows me to feel good. It allows me to feel good about myself. Whereas wasting the talent, never trying, never fear-based decisions will lead you to just complacency or not getting anywhere. So I want to add too that it's perfectly okay to have many different passions. It's okay to be passionate about something and try and be terrible at it. Actually, when you're trying something new, I would be pretty baffled if you don't make any mistakes. So mistakes, when you're covering new ground or when you're doing something you've never done before, mistakes are to be expected and quickly forgiven, and continue to focus on what you want to do or where you want to be. Also, in the years that I've spent on this earth, it's okay to alter it. It's okay to change it. And right now I'm passionate about music, but I'm also passionate about my painting, and I'm also passionate about being a father, and also passionate about my study. And it's good to have several passions, but some action is required on our parts. If you ever want to do anything with your life beyond the average human being, you're going to have to pull that thread. Find something that I love to do, and then do it better or in a unique way that it's never been done before. If you don't, you'll just be following in footsteps, or at the very best, holding yourself up to a standard that you can't complete, because, well, we're all individual. There's no identical DNA strands. There's no fingerprints that are the same. Every human being is different from every other human being. If I ask everyone in here, what do you think is a successful life, everyone would have a different answer. There'd be some commonalities, usually finances and happiness are in there, but everyone would have a slightly different definition of what they thought success was. And so what I really want to stress to you guys today is have an intention, set a goal. I continued to make music not because it was pleasant and easy for me my entire life. It got really difficult. I met with lots of resistance. But I knew what I wanted to achieve. And whereas I thought other musicians may just be writing a few songs and going and playing a few shows, I decided I wanted to write 500 songs. Why? Because it scared me. It sounded ridiculous. And so I decided that's what I'm going to do. And so over many years of tossing, turning, back and forth, learning how to play a new instrument, different studios, different band members, doing co-writing with many different people, I finally got to my goal. There were many times in there I wanted to give up. And this may sound weird to some people, but I looked myself in the mirror and said, this is when average people give up, right here. This is where average, normal people give up. It's a good thing I'm not average or normal. And so I would talk myself into continuing with the goal. And setting a goal and having some intention of what you're setting out to do. If you don't have that immediately, that's okay. If you have a passion, nurture it, nurse it, love and support and encourage it, study it. That's what I did with guitar before I knew what I was doing or what I wanted to do musically. I just became really acquainted with the guitar and how to play it and what to do, how it works. But my intention was to write 500 songs. I thought surely if I write 500 songs, one of them will get on a soundtrack or some popular act will pick it up. And actually none of that happened. I wrote the 500 songs and nothing happened. But I continued anyway out of habit at that point, and eventually some people came looking for the songs and purchased the songs and used them in their own products and projects, and many different, from country music to R&B. I mean, I didn't discriminate. I had to write 500 songs. Some of them are going to be country. Some of them are going to be slightly crude. Some of them are going to be silly and stupid, and I'm going to think they're trash. But someone's going to love them because they're art. And so I just created and created. And I'm a Christian. I believe we're made in the image of a creator. And so I believe our work here, part of it, is to create. We'll never create a universe and an earth, but we can create things. It's our unique ability, should we be able to set our attention and our energy all on a goal or an intention. And it can be vague at first, but I found that specializing. So I could have just said to myself, I want to write a bunch of songs, and I could have done that. But I specified that I wanted to write 500 songs. I don't know why I picked that number. Again, it was out of my comfort zone. It made me uncomfortable. It made me scared. I feared all the work that would have to be done to write 500 songs. But once I got past the fear and decided that my Creator doesn't want me to make decisions out of fear, I'm supposed to make decisions out of courage, which is exactly how I joined the church band and learned how to play piano. They asked me, I think it was 2 or 3 times, and the third time they asked me, I was able to mute the fear and say, you know what, I don't have any idea how to play piano, but I'll give it a shot. And so now 2 years later, I play at least an hour a day. I'm very fluent in the piano. I can play jazz and gospel and country and whatever. I have learned how to play the piano. Because of all of my hard work and talents and abilities? Not necessarily. I just said no to the fear. I just said, you know, I'm not gonna turn opportunities down because of what if. I've made a fool out of myself in public so many times that doesn't even scare me anymore. So I'm more than happy to go try to play piano in front of people, even when I don't have any idea how to do it. it led me to studying and wanting to be better at it. But I really want to plant the seed of intention. In the era of attention deficit, where everyone is rambling around and no one has their sights targeted in on what they really want to do or what they would like to do with their life, I feel like it is very important to set some sort of intention, to set yourself in a direction and go in it for quite some time. The ability to hold that thought is very important. Even if your intention is to just help other people. If you set out with an intention to help other people, the opportunities for you to do that, which is exactly this, I believe this is why I'm here today. I've been given this opportunity to talk to you all. I wake up every morning and I ask God and the universe or whatever there is out there, how can I give today? Why? Because that's opposite of what I normally think. Normally I think, what can I get? How can I get? How can I receive? I viewed myself as a consumer. So I get up and I go and try to figure out a way to give my time, my energy, my money, any of it. Because I've come to the awareness that giving is not the opposite of receiving. They're actually the same thing. They're two sides of a coin. And if you're not receiving in your life, it's perhaps because you're not giving. And you just kind of jump in like a devil does, or anything. You get in the harmony of it. Empowering questions. These 3 questions I ask myself every day. How and what can I give today? How and what can I learn today? And what and how can I celebrate today? Now, every day I receive the answers to these questions. I will be given an opportunity to give. Now, giving makes me feel good about myself. And feeling good generates more feeling good. Learning about new things makes me open to new things. It lets me talk with someone intimately that has different spiritual beliefs than I do. It just opens you up to, there's so much to learn. And if you ask, how can I learn or what can I learn? Well, when someone asks you, do you want to play piano in the church? You just go ahead and say, okay, this is how I can learn. This is the answer to that question. Just put a tip in my jar. I'm a businessman.